So I finally got around to seeing the movie Civil War. And we're going to talk about it here in my review now. So did I enjoy this film, or is it a case of civil snore? Let's talk about it. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my review for Civil War, this new action-adventure thriller from writer-director Alex Garland. The film is rated 15 and runs for 1 hour and 49 minutes and comes at us from A24. Now I have an issue with A24 Productions, and one primary issue I have is the movie Men, which comes at us from Alex Garland. Although he has worked on things like Dredd, he did write the screenplay for that. Ex Machina, I believe he was the director on that. Like I said, here he is the writer and director. But yeah, is it any good? So that the concept for this film isn't too far removed from reality. It doesn't feel like it's something that's out of the realm of possibility. That being that America is plunged into another civil war. And that's what this film is about, only it's not. We're introduced to characters, Lee, played by Kirsten Dunst, who's a journalist, a photojournalist, who has a wealth of experience. She's got a partner by the name of Joel, played by Wagner Moura, and they team up, or they get joined by Kaylee Spacey, a young girl, Kaylee Spaney, a young girl by the name of Jessie, who is a wannabe photographic journalist, and they need to travel from one side of America to the other to get to the White House before rebel forces fall onto it and bring about the end of this civil war, where California and Texas have teamed up to take on the rest of America, essentially. Nick Offerman plays the president, somewhat miscast because normally I see him in comedic roles, but he's only in it for a very small amount of time. So like I said, this film is essentially a road movie, a journey from point A to point B, all the while putting these characters into different situations, different kind of war situations, some that see things like suicide bombers, others that see small fighting that's going on, to the atrocities of war coming across individuals committing certain atrocities just because they can, and things like this. And it's a story about these journalists and their journey, as opposed to a story about a civil war. So much so, in fact, we don't know why this civil war came about, what started it. I think purposely that kind of information has been left out of the story. But it's not needed. It's not needed. So the film, like I said, 1 hour and 49 minutes. To some, this could be a quiet, slow-paced movie because it's not focused directly on the action. It's focused directly on these small number of characters transversing this war-torn United States, excuse me, and the things that they come across and how they deal with this as individuals and how it affects them, all the while having to act in such a way where really they have to can't get involved. They can't get involved. It's much like filming a wildlife documentary where, you know, you're not meant to get involved with what's going on with nature. Here they have to stay out of the goings on without taking sides and just reporting on what is going on. They need to get to the president because they want to shoot. Kirsten Dunst's character Lee wants to basically get an interview with him before certain things happen. So this film here, it pretty much reminds me of the movie Monsters. Do you remember Monsters from oh, I don't know how long ago it was, probably about 12 years ago. The film about the two individuals tracking their way through the jungles, this sort of a thing, to get from A to B while there's these big monsters that are attacking, but you don't ever really see them until the end of the film because it's more of a character study on them. That's what this film is. That's what this film very much reminds me of. It's very well written. It's very well directed. It's nicely shot. It's got some beautiful moments, some beautiful scenery, things like this. The time taken in some of the shots is fantastic. When you think about what they're doing, that kind of holds a mirror up to war. Yeah, so for me, I wasn't bored during this film. Now, I understand that the marketing for this film made it look like an action-packed extravaganza, a big budget, action-packed blockbuster about a civil war occurring in America. Only it's not that. The advertising lied to you. So much so that, you know, I knew what I was getting going into this film. I knew it wasn't what I was led to believe it was. So I came out not disappointed. I came out actually really enjoying this film. It has some great performances, like I said, art direction, writing, character, all very good, all very strong. And what we've got here is a great character study of a movie and the impact of war on individuals who are there having to witness it firsthand. It's a really strong movie in my opinion. And to be honest, I think I would prefer this than it being a big budget, just action fest movie. It's a damn fine thriller drama of a film with action and adventure thrown in. The majority of the action comes about in the last 15 minutes of the film visually, with the goings on there, without me saying any more. Yeah, it's a good film and it's well worth a watch. But I can also understand if this film is something that bored the pants off of you if you were expecting that other thing. So anyway, let me know your thoughts on this film down in the comments, whether this is a film that you've seen, whether you're gonna see it. If you have seen it, did you enjoy it or didn't you? Was you expecting what everyone else was expecting from it and came away disappointed? For me, it kept me awake. It wasn't Civil War. It was a civil war. See you on the next one.